It hurts, man. This one hurts, man. This one hurts. Portugal, France just ended, and your boy. Oh man, it's one of those ones where it's like you almost rather lose in the run of play than in penalties because penalties just like, man, it stings so bad. And then on top of all of it, right? It's like we potentially just watched. Well, we did. We just watched Tony Cruz last Euro and Ronaldo's last Euro in the same day. And it's two players that really gave everything to this sport. And and as individuals, they were fantastic, and not just them. We just watched. He'll kind of go under the radar, but we just watched Pepe's last competition, most likely last Euro, last World Cup, last anything, and he was phenomenal. That guy is just an absolute machine of a player. And it's tough, man. It's tough watching players that you grew up watching, like Ronaldo and Tony Cruz and Pep and Messi will be doing his last competition soon. Watching these players walk away from the game, it hurts so much because they gave so much. But it hurts even more for me because I'm Portuguese and I'm watching Portugal give everything they could possibly give on that field. And to lose it in penalties really sucks, man. We got very lucky. Camavinga didn't score a goal. And we got very lucky that it was, I forget who it was, but he missed kind of a sitter. But then France got really lucky that Vitinha didn't score a goal. We probably should have scored there. And then the ball, a couple inches back, Ronaldo probably bags it, but he skied it. It was a bad shot from Ronaldo. And then there was an opportunity for Nuno Mendes in the 120th minute. If he just places that a little bit better, Portugal doesn't even go to penalties. So Portugal had a lot of opportunities. Portugal, in my opinion, at times controlled the game, and France was just playing off the counter, which is very, very kind of crazy to see because I didn't think Portugal would be able to dominate a game against France. But I want to speak. Let's digress a little bit. Let's speak on this. I'm very proud to be Portuguese. Now, I tweeted this and people started going, "What are you proud of? Y'all played trash. Y'all did this. Y'all did that." We right now are seeing one of the best Argentina teams that we have seen in a long time, and this France team, even though they didn't play good in the World Cup, they took them all the way to penalties. You get what I'm saying? This France team is not easy to beat. And anyone who thinks that because they haven't scored in the run of play or because they're not scoring a lot, that they're an easy team to beat, the talent is on the field. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Mbappe, Dembele, Barcolo, Conde, Upamecano. The list of players go on. To beat this team, I know how great of football Spain's playing. I understand how great of football Germany was playing. I understand how great of whatever everybody in the tournament's playing. But the truth is this: France is the team to knock out, and everybody knows it. France is the team to put out of the tournament. If you can get France out, you have a massive possibility of winning the Euro. So for me, to see Portugal go toe-to-toe with France, yeah, they didn't score a goal. Yeah, they weren't constantly attacking him or constantly going pedal to the metal, full speed the whole time. You can't do that against France. You go crazy trying to score a bunch of goals on France, and Mbappe, Barcolo, and Dembele are going to hit you so fast in the counterattack before you know it, you're going to be losing 4-0. You have to play them a certain way. And anyone who actually pays attention to football and understands football, you understand that when you match France, it's going to have to be a tactical game. You're going to have to tactically match up with Mbappe. You're going to have to tactically match up with Dembele, and you have to tactically make sure that you don't get constantly hit on the counter because the speed this team has. So I know they haven't scored a goal yet and they're not playing the best football, but they're still the team to beat. I don't care how good Spain looks. I don't care how good Germany look. You got to knock out Spain. I mean, you got to knock out France. And when you knock out France, then you're the team to beat, in my opinion. Do I think Spain has a really good chance against France? 100%. Yamal and Nico down the wings are going to be incredible. But I knew as a Portuguese guy going into this France game, hey, if we can knock out France, you can knock out anybody. Because it's not about France not scoring goals. France is not getting scored on. France is not getting scored on at all, right? So going into this game, I was like, man, we got to find a way to break Saliba and Upamecano, and Saliba's just fantastic, bro. He's a fantastic, fantastic player. Arsenal have an absolute stud on their hands. So kind of evaluating it all. I know people will say, hey, would Gonçalo Ramos have scored that Ronaldo chance? And probably, yeah, probably, maybe. Is it Ronaldo's fault? I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, Portugal. Ronaldo gave a lot to Portugal. He gave everything he could, man. Ronaldo, helped us get to World Cup after World Cup, Euro after Euro, and Mbappe said it best. This there'll never be another one that like him, and he inspired an entire generation. And the reason we have such talent in Portugal right now is because of Benfica, Sporting, and Porto believing in the academy, but also Ronaldo inspiring that it's possible. And I think that we have a very talented team and we have a very strong team because of him in a way. So I think allowing him to play out his time that he has left, I'm okay with it. Do I think he should go into the next World Cup as the starter? No, I think if he's part of the team, he should come off the bench. But I also understand that we don't really have nothing besides him. We have Gonçalo Ramos, but he hasn't really proven himself for PSG. He barely played there, so we'll see if he grows. But, then you evaluate Martinez and you say, did Roberto Martinez get it right? And the answer is, for me, yes. And I'll explain why. Does Roberto Martinez deserve to get fired, or did he do a bad job? I actually think not. I actually think the opposite, because he played the right team. That's the right team. There is Vitinha, Bruno, Palinha, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, Ronaldo. You could have gone to Gonçalo Ramos, but let's just say Ronaldo, the back line. That's the team. He played the team. That's the starting 11. I thought Fernando Santos should get sacked because it's not about the performance. It's that he didn't put the right players out there. Everyone sees the talent of Palinha. Everybody sees the talent of Rafael Leao. I personally think this was the right 11. So I don't think you fire him for going out to France, because France is the favorites going into this tournament. You went out to the favorites. You went out to potentially the best team in the world after Argentina, because they won the World Cup, right? But they were in a World Cup final, just the last one. So you really just evaluate and you go, yo, they went out to the best team in Europe, most likely, but you went out in penalties. You didn't lose. You lost on penalties. They didn't score on you. You went out in penalties. And it's hard, like I said, and it's tough. And when we were watching the penalties, I looked at my wife and I saw Joao Felix walk up, and I said, this is unfortunate for him. He's going to miss. And she goes, you think so? And I said, yes. I was like, it's sad he has to be the villain when he barely got any playing time and he barely got to touch the field. And now all of a sudden he's thrown into a France penalty shootout. Like, that's not fair for Joao Felix, especially with like the moment of his career and where it's at. And I don't know, there's rumors of him going to Benfica or Aston Villa. Like, it's a weird position Joao Felix is in his career. And now to miss this penalty, I feel bad for the kid, because he is talented, but he didn't get much PT during the tournament. And then to throw him in against France on pens just feels weird. So again, I don't blame Roberto Martinez. I think there's things Portugal could have done better. 100%. There is. There's a lot of things Portugal could have done better. And again, there's things France could have done better. The truth is, it's unlucky because Roberto Martinez goes undefeated in qualifiers, and then he goes into the group stage and we win our group. And it was supposed to be potentially France-Portugal in the final if they matched up. But France came out in second place, where no one thought would happen. No one expected France to come out of second place in their group. So you weren't even supposed to be really matching up France. You got unlucky that France didn't do their job. So France didn't do their job, and then they knock you out on penalties. So that's where it stings. That's where it hurts, because when you really think about it, but that's football. But, had France won their group like everybody thought they would, Portugal wouldn't have been playing France. And it could have been different. But again, for me, like I told my family, like I told my cousin, my wife, everybody, man, like, if you want to win the Euro, you're going to have to knock out France. That's just the way it is. You're going to have to knock out France. You got to knock that team out. You got to get them out. And we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. So it's unfortunate, man. All I can say is, to Ronaldo and his last competition, I know he'll never see it, but I appreciate you, man. I really do. I appreciate you giving us the belief, giving us Portuguese people in such a small country the belief to like win something and being there and just being in these games. You're a big part of that. And it's just really nice to say that we had that and to say that we did that. You gave us a lot, man. So it's just really sad that we couldn't go further. But I know that every Portuguese player there, that entire group, gave everything. So it hurts, but it doesn't hurt that bad because I know deep down inside those boys gave everything. Vitinha, all of them gave everything. And it just sucks, man. It really would have been cool to go further. It would have been really hard to get by Spain, especially without Bellinga. And then you're most likely gonna have to see England or the Netherlands in the final. That's even harder. So, like I said, if someone wins from the left side of the group, it's gonna be one of the greatest runs. I mean, think about it, man. If France wins this thing, they had to knock out crazy teams, man. Crazy. They would knock out Portugal. They would then have to knock out Spain, and then go to the final and potentially face England, right? That, my friends, is crazy. And who do they knock out? I forget who they knocked out. I'm trying to think who they knocked out. They didn't have an easy game the first game. Who do they knock out? I can't even. Who do they knock out? I actually can't remember who France knocked out in the first round. I can't remember, lads. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Oh, they knocked out Belgium. France knocked out Belgium, Portugal. Now they got to knock out Spain, and then potentially knock out the Netherlands or England if it goes that way. That would be the craziest run in sports history, man. That would just be wild. But yeah, man, that's my reaction to it. I'm definitely really sad. I appreciate the Portuguese players. I appreciate Cristiano Ronaldo, but our story ends there. I'll be rooting for England the rest of the way, and we'll see what happens. But it's unfortunate, man. It sucks it went out with penalties. I wish it would have just been in the run of play. But anyways, I love you guys, man. Appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. We're out of here.